Alright, so I have updated the screen. I don't know what the name of the thing is. It starts with a G. It's like something GAHJA something, just like, I don't know if there's a way to even look up and see what the hell it's called, but it's certainly not that much different, but it has a nice little touch to it. I did this because I'd already done it to the other one, and I figured, well, let's just change this. So, I don't know if we can actually see what the screen settings are. There's a toolbar set up. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay. Printer stat. Power outage. Does that mean if that's not selected, it doesn't create that stupid line? But if we turn this off, go ahead and turn it off. When we turn it back on, you'll see. What did it say? What is it? It's Morisco. Morisco. And just the professional firmware, Mr. Isco or Morisco or whatever, is really only for the Ender 3 V2. So if you have the Pro or the Neo, your print head is like kind of slightly in a different spot. Like, I mean, it's going to work, but you could run into some really strange problems, like the thing homing off the wrong part of the bed. And so I guess this is really the only printer that it's really designed for. And then there'll be different versions, but that's for the firmware of the motherboard. And then you have a firmware for the display to get this type of display, and it's all on GitHub. But with this stuff here, I'm using the manual mesh. I'm not really sure how this works. Like, if you develop your own mesh, it's kind of weird because I've tried to like kind of make sense of it, and it like kind of goes along the bed, but it doesn't obviously probe the bed. And I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. It's strange. And then on the printer with the touch sensor, it doesn't quite do like the stock Neo touch software does. Like, with the Neo, there's just a button here that says leveling, and you push it, and it just basically just levels the whole damn thing, creates a mesh. And no, as long as your Z offset is set correctly, then you're good. You just print. This one's not quite that simple, but I really do kind of like how it's set up on Creality's factory software for the Neo. So I almost wouldn't mind just like going ahead and just turning this into a Neo and be done with it. And I'm sure that'd be pretty easy to do. The only real difference is I do have, a limit switch for the Z right there, So, but I've played around with these a fair amount, now, and I think the last time I printed on this came out pretty good. I printed on the Ender 3 Pro yesterday and came out pretty good. And the Neo has been doing pretty good. I need to print a cover like this And so it's kind of interesting because they actually don't have a cover on the other printer. It's just like sitting out here like this. Also, if you really want to on these ones, I mean, like, I think you can just pretty much print a couple of things, and you can just relocate this power supply right underneath here. It's weird how there's no cover here. It seems like there really should be one, but there's not. But the power supply can totally go right there. And this printer here has been updated, and I printed a drawer that I remixed. To notch it right here, but I couldn't find for the life of me a factory drawer. Somebody had a drawer and they had their name on it, so I just remixed it without their name and made a few other changes to it. They had you can see the mistake I made here. They had dividers and just weird stuff in the deal. I erased them, basically, and just printed it. And I actually uploaded it to Printables, so if you're really looking for this, it's on Printables. And you can get it, it's hollow in the back, and you have just enough room, really, for this. You need to kind of fiddle with it. And then I printed this cover here, because this normally had the plate over there. And then Dave had put this on here, and the different 4.2.7. So this thing actually still prints really good with the Bowden tube, and I don't really have a reason to change it because all the other ones have been changed. And if maybe it was my only printer, I would change it. But I'm not sure how often I would actually need to use this printer. But I want it to where it works, and I want it to where I can come over here and print on it. It kind of dug in a little bit here when I printed, and I printed it like a dice. I had this clear filament, but it did a really nice job on the dice. It took an hour to print a test cube dice, but you know, it worked. So that's what we want. So anyway, we've got this one over here, which I really like this new cover, and I can actually see pretty good. This is another printer. I don't really have big reasons to use it, unless like it's something that's large that I need to print. And I bought this PI bed sheet, which seems to work pretty good. But I like this one because the rails are out a little further, so it kind of technically puts the bed not quite so in the middle like one of these other ones, where it's like right in the middle. So with this design here, you're kind of in the middle, and you want to be further out for better balance, in my opinion. But this is another printer I don't really have a major reason to use. You can see here I have the actual Sunlu thing on here. Got lots of parts. I don't know the story on the big Tree Tech display, but I do know that it came from that ender over there, or another one that Dave had. And this is probably the original board, and this is probably the original ender update. Let's see. So this would have been like considered like a serious upgrade, you know, from the Creality board. So this is a SKR Mini E3 V1.2. What does this have that this other one didn't have? All of these. I don't know what those are. It says E-stop, probe, servos, PT, DET. I'm gonna say it's a filament, and then there's the fan. So you got all the other basic stuff. So There's even a little reset button. Neo Pixel. Bunch of jumpers for different things. Basically looks like, it's weird how they have this design. I can see that chip there, which over here. Possibly, maybe. I mean, it's very similar. See, what else did they have on here? They got all these. Like, I guess you can, like, plug other things in on them. And you have the fuse that they added to the newer stuff. The capacitor there that I've seen pop off on some of them. Some more jumpers. So X, Y, Z, and extruder. So there's really no real major difference here, I guess. You get the hotbed, thermistor, something else, and then the power in. So I'm sure if I really needed to, I could probably put all these together. What I don't understand is this thing here, because this isn't what you would connect to this for a display. So we'll go to some other crap. Here's like one of the displays. This is 2019. These all had dates on them. 2020. COVID board. So one of these would be the one that goes to the display down here. So I don't know what this RS-232 would be for. I'm not real sure. SWD, power, UART, power supply, filament detection. So I think you could do other stuff with this board also. TFT 35. I wonder if this is also touchscreen. It might be. It takes a full-size card. And it looks like it might actually, you know, with the USB and all that, and apparently Wi-Fi, this would have been like quite the thing. So you'd pair that up with that, and then you'd be able to add whatever you wanted to add. I mean, like, it's pretty cool stuff. So even if you picked up an older Ender 3, I think this would be kind of cool to use versus like one of these, the non-silent board. I don't know why they call it non-silent board. Like, the board doesn't make noise. I have not actually really heard one of these in action. I'm just gonna guess that like this is 8-bit, and it's also got more to do with the ATmega chip. What does this one say? Can't read it. It's an ARM processor. The STM32F103. Yeah, so anyway, this is, I don't know the difference between it. But anyway, so I've got all the printers working. I finally got them all fixed, and they all print, and most of them didn't really need any major hardware stuff. This one was firmware. The 3 Pro was hardware. And the Neo was firmware. So, anyway, that's where I'm at on these printers. I just, if I maybe find a way to make them like print super fast and inaccurate, then maybe I would do that. But I'm running out of ideas of like what I could really, you know, do with them other than try weird experiments and stuff, and you know, add little things to them. You know, I need to get this filament out of here too. I'm gonna go ahead and do that while I'm here. I would really like to have touchscreen on this because I keep trying to touch the screen, but I keep forgetting this has the new setting for preheat PETG. I don't use PLA, but usually I can use it to remove it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. If you have any ideas of upgrades or something I can do to these, I'm thinking about adding the other Z screw to this one, and then the other one also, and they're like $26 right now on Amazon. So I thought about doing that, considering I got a Amazon affiliate link gift card for $27. So like, okay. But I've already done a video on that, so anyway.